Well, hello, hello, hello. It's early afternoon in New Mexico, and if there were ever a better excuse to play a little spider solitaire, I don't know what it is. So, I looked at this game for about 30 seconds and saved it, so we'll renew it, revive it. I think I liked the way it started. Do you blame me? I don't remember what went well, but something did. Now I've got two fours and two fives. That's well. You betch'em. Nine, Jack, Queen. I may have gone a little further, but something that was really rocking and rolling for a second. I thought, well, I'll just play that game and see how it comes out. I have proven to you, you steady viewers, that even if I go through a game and go clear to the end and I win, and I go back and say, let's play that one again for the old YouTube, because there are all sorts of interesting things, I don't win. It's a sequence. You have to get the sequence right. And of course, I can never remember what sequence was which. Okay, I'll shut up. And you who are existing players of this swell game are quite familiar with Madam Spider Mac. This is the iMac version of Spider Solitaire, as you well know, perhaps. What's the opposite of that? Is you sick? No? Ah, that language we all love. Well, I'm getting where I'll try a few brazen moves, especially when I missed the card and have to sing, gave away $1. Boy, that's embarrassing. So I'll look at that. That could go either way. Well, since things are looking good, let's try it and see. That's something. That's two. Two moves is not spectacular, so we'll try this one and get another 8. I don't know. I don't feel that crazy. Did I try this one clear over here and get a 2? I didn't, but I will. And then I can bring this back, sort of a slow motion kickback. Well, we could talk about the joys of aging. How about the joys of having to sing that stupid song? Gave away $1, makes me want to holler. The theory that the embarrassment of that act would decommission my mistake-making module. That was just a simple mistake, cost me a bit. But I don't have to sing, because I wasn't using the automatic card moving app. Theory is, and whose theory is that? Moi. That Spider Mac down here likes for players to use the automatic moving app, because it makes you make mistakes occasionally if you're the least bit inattentive. And I get to that least bit place. Is that any good? Nah, that doesn't do anything. Okay, I should shut up and concentrate on what do I want to put in this hole. The wild card of Spider Solitaire. I love it. It's really good. Yes, we discovered a new bread, a new sourdough. I think it's at Whole Foods. I'm not sure. Dorothy did the shopping. But when you live in San Francisco for a couple of decades, you develop a taste for really good sourdough bread. I got it. It's a disease. Because I should eat. I don't drink bread much. Although they say beer is sort of like drinking bread. Haven't you heard that? But anyway, I really developed a taste for a certain kind of sourdough, and this is sort of like it. And here it is in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Really good sourdough bread. So huzzah for whoever is baking it. And we just found the loaf is, it's like almost round. A lot of the San Francisco sourdoughs, of course, are these boules, I don't know. Not okay, Google. I'm not going to look it up. Heard it pronounced both ways. Round bread, but this is not quite round. It's sort of triangular, but at one end it's huge, and it's delicious. Has a little honey in it, just a touch. Now, which two would it go there? I'd move this 3 up here and contemplate my 2s. Tend to your P's and Q's and watch your 2s. Well, this one actually uncovers more, so in general principles, I guess I'll use it. If you don't have a general principle, try to find a kernel principle. Five, 4, 3, 2, boom. Well, we were rocking right along. I was right. This is a pretty exciting game. It's not going like it did when I tried it a minute ago, but it's going. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Whoever notified me of that move by mental telepathy, it's deeply appreciated. All right, I'm going to assume that it's time for a new deal. I'll take that one. I got 2 5s, so that's 6. 3 5s, so that's 6. Oh, you make it so hard, Spider. I could do with that 3 2, not much. What could I do with that 10 9 8? Also not much. What could I do with that ace? Nothing. So, I think I'll come at it through the back door. Take this one over here and do this just for religious purposes, you understand. No logic involved there. This is the case with much religion. Move this up here and free up that king stack. Show, man, go ahead. It seems to do the least damage. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. A score, a score. So now I'm $10 ahead. I was $89 behind, suddenly $10 ahead. Ye of the gambling persuasion, know that incredible thrill, that justification. See, I knew I was on the right track. When, of course, you weren't. Because gambling, if you're gambling against a gambling institution, is a lost cause. Although I have a cousin who tends to go to Las Vegas and win. But he always goes to Las Vegas and uses a lot of money. Sometimes he wins, sometimes he doesn't. So you can imagine which way it actually goes, because he gets like free sweets and free drinks. And look who's here, our friend. Yes, I knew there was something hovering under there. And see what it brought me? A basket of goodies. And I have a hole, and I love holes. King and a 5 and a 6, and which is just most promising? Well, first I should see what's under there. Not much. Queen, Jack, 4, 3. I'll think of this as the sourdough edition of Spider and Old Scooter. And you know what I'm going to do? Neither do I. Now I'm going to do that and just hope it was a good move. Once again, as is frequently the case, oh, hear the jet, big plane. And the dog who squeaks when he hears the jet. You hear that? That's our oh yeah, oh, scary jet. I know. Our foster dog, Chip. Once of the team of Chip and Dale, now headed to different foster homes. As is frequently the case, it's harder to place two dogs simultaneously, so we have to split up stable mates, litter mates actually, of course. And it's sort of sad, but they end up being happy and usually getting more attention than they would in a couple. Look at that. And look at that. Or not. All right, down to one deal. We have two working holes. One score. Now $3 in the red. $5.50, you know, to break even. $500 to play, $5.50 to break even. Them's the rules, I know, because I made them. For this particular thing, I think I'll do a tiny little cross stack and take that last deal, or move into what I sometimes think of as the hospice segment of the game, because it doesn't look like I'm going to stay alive here. It just looks like I need to play it out as I'm committed to do. I vowed to play it out. I told Spider Mac over here, you let me play your game, and I will always play it to the last move I see, even if it's losing me money. I don't know. Yeah, no, that's Yoko. Oh, here comes Gunnar. You want to see Gunnar and Yoko? That's Yoko, and that's Gunnar over there, and that's our newly repaired wall. You may have seen it as a hole a few times. Now it's fixed. That Chip, he's a scalawag. 2-year-old Airedale male, just barely out of puppyhood. Only neutered for 4 weeks. Still got a little juice going down there. But that's the end of this game. And in celebration of only losing $7, I'm going to play another game. Here we go. We being thee and me. I told you that Spider Mac, in her logo configuration up here, seems to appreciate certain kinds of taps on her face. I'll hit right above, right on the tip of her cute little nose. See? Now then, what should I hit next? Maybe right here on the bridge, the narrowest part. Will she appreciate it? Will she give me a good hand because I coddled her tastes? Well, it seems like a very average hand. Maybe she doesn't really love all that nose work. Try a little gambel and throw another one at it. Oh. Gave away $1. Well, I don't like any of that, so I'm going to stop right there. And what are you doing? Are you getting something out of the trash? Please don't. Oops, look at that, a white thing and a black thing. I have to work to keep this thing in order. You might notice we're playing this, doing this with unsophisticated software. This picture up here is from some inexpensive to free app called what? Jake's. I'll look for you. I'm sure you're dying to know. Dwayne Cam. And that allows me to do something, I forget what. And Handbrake, this one, another one, lets me upload it to YouTube. And I haven't paid much. This is the cover of my silly science fiction book, Old Guy Sci-Fi. This is a frame grab out of the logo. Do you see thousands of dollars worth of equipment? There are thousands of dollars worth of windows over here that you've seen replaced if you're a steady viewer. But So deal them again. See if something better happens. Jack for a... See, when I use the automatic move app, it goes to the nearest available move. I wanted it to go over here. I have to do this to do it. I lose a point. And points are dollars in this game, so I have to sing, gave away $1, on the theory that the humiliation of that act will eventually cure me of giving away dollars. That hasn't worked so far. I see a move and I get too enthusiastic. And as I'm sure you have experienced, overenthusiasm occasionally leads to dumb moves. And you have to do stuff like sing in public. The barking you hear now is foster dog Chip of previous discussion, and he has a squirrel up a tree. And that's his squirrel up a tree bark for sure. And he will stand there and bark at it until the squirrel leaves. But our squirrels, our New Mexico squirrels, the kind we have are called here at our house at 7,500 feet, are called A-bears, spelled Herbert. And the A-bears are brave little suckers, and they will sit there and fuss at the dog who's fussing at them, and apparently both parties are enjoying the heck out of it. So, hope you don't mind background barking. I kind of like it. It's the sounds of nature, such as nature is with fenced-in backyards. King, ace two. No, do that. I didn't want to do that. And that does, see, I can do this. I can take it back by my little set of rules. The only one I can't take back is that silly move where I use the automatic moving app and it goes to the wrong place. So, I suppose that's about it for this move. So here we are with one hole, no score, 3 left, 3 deals, meaning we're halfway through the game roughly. I say roughly for obvious reasons. I think I'll restack that because it's got a king on top of it. And we'll see. We will see. Yeah, look at that. Some natural moves, all in the same color. And that's the way you score, of course. When you have a king string, a king down to a 2, it's got to be all the same suit for it to pop up there and for me to go crazy and yell score and all that. I guess I could do this. This 9 is already blocking this nice little 7 string. The 4 blocked it, then a 9 double blocked it. Don't get frantic out there. So, if I do the 8 down to there, I'm not really doing too much damage of blocking something that's already well blocked. Excuse me. Oh, I told you about how I like to have a cough switch, but I have to spend money to do that, so perish el thoughto. 6, 5, 2, ace, 10, 9. Well, oh. Dogs are such expressive devils, particularly Airedales. I mean, I know you've got another kind of dog and it's expressive too, but I'm partisan. What can I say? In many, many regards, dogs, politics. Wait. Hold that thought. How about this instead? So I can do that and use this one over here. Sure, boy. It's going along, but it's going along too slowly. I sense badness hovering over the horizon, and Miss Pixelated over here will beat me again. Disgusting, but fun. I love this game, and I hope you do too. I'm going to do this because we're late in the game, and I don't have much to lose, so I'll take some chances, which kind of paid off. You don't know how far it will go, but it's still going. Going and going and going. That's about enough, I guess, she said. Again, excuse me. When you got a cough, you got a cough. Some people have asked me if I'm a smoker because I do cough now and again. My voice is raspy, and no. Matter of fact, I have never, in my born days, smoked one cigarette. Yeah. It was good while it lasted, and I think it's all done. Well, there's another move. Come on in, Chip. Stop barking at that squirrel. That A-bear. Is that a bear? No, that's an A-bear. Get in here, Chip, Chip. Ace two. It really is over. I mean, I can do this. I do this little cross and this. Now I've got a 10 string. We talk to our dogs, and I'm convinced they understand every word. At least every other word. 6, 10, do that. And I can't quit as long as I have this hole, so I've got to think of something to do. So I'll do this and this and that, have another hole. This is some kind of hospice when the patient won't pass. My sweet mother set a record, I think, for being in hospice. She lived for 2.5 years, and they kept, what is the procedure? They qualify you. So she re-qualified for hospice some record number of times. In this game, I think he's finally going to give up the ghost. I love that phrase for dying. Gave up the ghost. You know, see the ghost sort of whoop, floating out of the body, and the body saying, I give up. Well, that's it. I'm giving up the ghost. I appreciate your patience of staying with me. See the doggy? That's an Airedale with pointed ears. Fairly rare configuration in the ear business. Now you know.